Good morning, everyone. This is Captain Crow. I'm out on the water. Today I want to do a video that I promised in the winter that I was going to do a review of the iTroll G3 Throttle Controller. I'm fishing solo today, so I got a few cameras on the go. I'm going to do a little fishing and give you a review and operation of the iTroll G3. Okay, so I've just ran out 5 miles and I'm going to do my initial setup. This here is the iTroll, and right now it's at 0% throttle. So what I need to do is get my kicker ready and use my side control down here to start the motor and get it in gear, and then I set the iTroll, and then I'll do my initial setup at the back. I need to lower the motor. So now the kicker's down. I'm in neutral. Okay, I've ensured it's in gear. So now what I do is I leave the side control just in gear and very little throttle. I'm gonna let the iTroll take over, so hopefully you can see this. So I'm going to start, I know my trolling speed's around, you can see as I turn the knob, it's going up in 1% increments. And there I hit about 38%. We're set at 38% throttle. So now I'm going to shut the main motor off. And we have our trolling speed. I'm going to set up at the back. I got my iTroll remote. And I have my Garmin autopilot remote, so I can do, fishing solo, I can do everything at the back of the boat. So let's get set up, and then I'll get more into it. All right, so I have the downrigger balls already in the water. They're just at the surface, so I'm gonna put the lures on and send them down. Today we're fishing deep. All the big kings have headed up to the river for spawning. So what we're gonna hopefully catch today some rainbows and maybe some junior salmon. So on this rigger here today, we're gonna go moonshine bloody nose, and we got some hyper vis on that. The moonshine's been pretty successful for rainbow, so we'll throw it out today. And I'm gonna run probably a 25 foot leader. I'm using the Black's clip here. So we're snapped on. I release my rigger pull cord here. Turn on the rigger. I'm gonna bring it up a bit, zero it out, and send her down. So I think I'm gonna put this one at 55 feet just to start. $57. And today I'm also gonna run a bloody nose slider. So this rod is completely bloody nose. So hopefully I get a fish and we can show how efficient that iTroll remote is for me bringing in a fish. Got glow on the back, and to be honest with you, I don't even know what it is. I gotta look it up on my phone, but it looks, yeah, I don't even want to guess. But it's got some UV tape and some glow. Kind of, I don't know, it grabbed my eye this morning. We haven't used it all year, but it looked like an Elway. It's always important to zero out your line counter on your reel. Throughout the last trip, we probably removed some line, and we didn't reset the counter. Grab the line, put 6 or 7 twists in it. Snap it in the Black's release. Bring up my cannonball, zero out, and here we go. This one I'm gonna run 65 feet. So for this slider, I picked a Fish USA Glow Gladiator. Had luck with that pure various times of the year, so we'll see if the rainbow won it. So everything's set up, 2 rods, 2 sliders on each rod, and now I'm going to check my speed. All right, so what I'm looking at here is the Fish Hawk. Maybe you can see this one better. So the Fish Hawk showing 53 feet down, 45 degrees, and I'm doing 3.1. So I'm going to take my remote and bring my throttle back a bit. Oh, what am I at? 36%. Go down 35. Looking for some fish. So my GPS speed over ground is 2.3, 2.4. My ball's still doing 3.2. So depending on the current, might be hard. You got to work away at it to bring it down to where you want. So yeah, I'm doing it all today, captain and fisherman and netman. So this will be netting a fish by yourself is always quite interesting and rewarding. So let's just hope we don't have any screw-ups. Hope the fish behave. Oh, there's one on the ball. One in there. So now what I can do with my remote is just give it a little hit the max button. Just speed up a bit. See if he if that entices him to bite. It didn't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a fish hanging in there. Right there at the high, on the high rigger is this one, isn't it? No, it's this one. 60, 65. I should bring that up a bit. That might get him going too, bringing it up. 2.6. I'm gonna bump that up a bit. You don't hear immediate, you're not gonna hear a 1% change. So I think I bumped it up probably three pushes. And then I'm gonna watch, so I'm up to 2.7 here. So gradual changes. And one of the things that the iTroll has is hunt mode, which I think there's 7 or 8 available programs. And I like it. I just don't use it a lot, but maybe today we will. I think I should, to show you the full effect, because what I would like to do, what I found in the past before I had iTroll, when I was running the side control, bringing the throttle back just every now and then just would entice a hit. So we can program that into the iTroll. So I keep my handy book here because I need reminding every now and then. Hunt mode. Cut throttle, so it simulates a wounded bait. So you'd be going along, and then it will, say you're going around, I'm going at 38%. It'll cut it to 0 for, say, 5 seconds, whatever I program the time, and whatever I program the percentage as well. So you're trolling, cut, go again. So that's called the cut program, simulating wounded bait. They got the bump throttle. So let's say I'm going to troll at 38% for 25 seconds, then bump it up to 42% for 10 seconds. So that's a bump. So I'm increasing. So as on the side control, I said I would pull it back a bit, cut bait or a cut program. But on the opposite end is giving her a little bump. And then after the preset time that I decide, it'll go back to, say, 38%. There's a fish coming in at one of the cheaters. Oh, he's right on it. Let's see here. Give it a little bump. Come on, bite it. Okay, I was saying when you put it in the hunt mode, it's going to go to complete idle. And when I'm fishing like this, when I'm set up and going, and if I had my son with me and we had the divers out, I don't want to be going to an absolute idle and have everything drop. So what you need, it goes to idle. You have to pick your program in hunt mode, and then away she goes if you have it set up right. So there's this time where everything's just dropping. So what I found a workaround is I got to use my side control to find and maintain, say, this trolling speed, and then put it in hunt mode, which will go to idle on the servo motor, but my side control is still holding me at the same speed I was. And then once I get it in hunt mode, I can, oh, there's a fish. Oh, yeah, there we go. The little one. Ah, little is right. But he likes that bloody nose. Oh, shit, I don't even have the tools up here. No. Okay. This guy's got all three buried. Come on. I'm trying to save you. Saved him. That's the thing with those little guys. They take all three hooks. Don't really like handling them that much. I usually like to use the pliers and flip them off, but like you say, he had all three. So that was 55. Probably got that. He was on the slider. That was probably at 30. All right, so everybody's good. Let's do that hunt mode. So again, so if I put this in hunt, okay, so I'm gonna be using my side control just to get me going again. And I'm gonna set that, I gotta program this. We're doing 38, so I'm going to bring the cut speed to, say, 34. If you can see this. The cut time, the time I want maybe 4 seconds. The troll time at the regular speed, I want let's say 3 minutes, maybe 4. New parameters accepted, hit hunt to start. So it's throttling up to 41%. And the timer's counting down. So let's just see what that does. I'm gonna bring my side control back. So right now we're at the high speed that was programmed. Now if I push the button, I can change it's called the gain. I can bring it down, let's say to 39. And then that brings the low end to 32. So it's like the whole window, when you press gain, the whole window slides up and down, and that's for, you know, if I come into a headwind, I need more throttle, but I still want to keep the ratio of trolling speed and cut speed the same. Just move the window. 20-second refresh time on the fishhawk when you, that's what I've heard. So even though when I set it down there, it's going to take a good minute of or let's say 3 or 4 times a refresh to find its happy spot in that trolling speed. Okay, let's get a big rainbow. We are in 248 feet of water, temps 45 at 52. I gotta put that in my log. So the surface, I record that, 71.5. We are at 45.7 at 52 feet over 249 feet of water. There goes I just seen a pot of bait go through up high. So that's good. And we're doing a iTroll G3 demo. So I'm just gonna talk about how I mounted this. So I bought a Ram suction cup with a little stubby, the little stubby bar with the knob of the little balls on it. Being my first year using the iTroll, I didn't want to drill any holes in the boat. So this worked out good. It's a suction cup. I put some little clips on the wire for the wire. Oh, we just went into the cut mode. I don't know if you heard that. I thought I hit something, but it's the cut mode. Just throttle back. And I throttled back, now I'm starting up again. I believe that's what's going on. It's at 39% for, yeah. So it did a little cut. I think I said 4 seconds. And then now we're back in there again. So you have to, I don't know, that might not be the right setup, but you got to find what works for you and the fish, I guess, how they're performing that day. But I'm at 2.7 now on the ball. What was I going to show you? Oh yeah. So underneath, I mounted the RJ45 plug or receptacle that comes with the iTroll. I wanted to keep it out of the weather. So that all worked out good. I don't know if I'm ever going to change that. Really, I could drill a hole and have it permanently hooked up, but we put it away after every trip. It's too easy to have people steal it. Now I see the insulation is coming out of the connector, so in the winter I'll fix that up. Cut speed's coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the cut speed. Did a little cut. So there, we heard the cut speed. So hopefully that was useful. So 4 seconds is the cut speed. I'm gonna see if I can do this on the fly. Cut speed 34, yeah. Time, I'm gonna push the knob. It's at 4, I'm gonna go up to 10. There it is. New parameters accepted. And we're back to 4 minutes. So if you haven't seen any of the videos before, this is Garmin Panoptics. That's my rigger at 55 and my rigger at 65, 10 feet apart. The rigger on the starboard side has an 18-pound weight on it, and the one on the port side has a 16-pound. A POW, and that's a POW Triton on the 18-pound. So the iTroll has a feature called drag mode. We use it quite a bit this summer. If you're bringing in a big king and you're trolling, say 2.7 miles per hour, but you got a 20-pound Chinook on, you might need a little relief on the speed. So if I hit drag mode, you hear the motor throttle down to my preset, which on this right now it's at 32%. So that'd allow you to bring the, a little easier, reeling the fish in, so we control it drag mode. If I hit it again, it'll go to idle. If I hit it again, it'll go back to trolling speed, but it's going to ramp. It doesn't do a quick get you back to 39. It ramps up. So I'm going to give you my opinion that I don't mind the drag mode, but what I wish, when you're in drag mode, everything else is kind of inhibited. So we've had an instance where you're bringing in a king in drag mode, and he would want to swim faster than the boat. He'll come up on the side and zip across, and at that moment, I would like to speed up and get him the hell back behind the boat. But when you're in drag mode, you can't. So, for instance, if we're bringing in a fish right now and I hit max, I can speed up to maximum. Just get that fish back there. Keep him behind us. Now watch this. If I go to drag mode, so I'm in drag mode now. I just pushed it. You heard it throttle down. If I hit max, nothing's happening. That fish is swimming faster. Trevor, go faster, Dad, go fast. I can't. I have to go into neutral and then hit it again to ramp up. And again, it's a slow ramp, so lots of shit's happening. He's getting wrapped in your diver or whatnot. Let's try something. If I hit hunt, okay, so that's something I just learned. If I go back to hunt. Okay, so that, if I'm in hunt mode, we get a fish on. I'm in hunt, I can still do max. We're bringing in a fish. I take it out of hunt mode. I just hit hunt. Now I can just throttle down. If I want to go max, I can go max. Get that fish back. We're going slow enough, similar to drag mode, but I'm still in just the full iTroll mode. Now if I go back to hunt, I don't know what that did. I might be in, I'm in the cut program. So when I went back into hunt mode, it was in the cut program. So now I'm back hunting. My ball speed's 2.5. I see some fish hanging around. They're not big marks, they're little marks. So that's, I guess essentially, I think I've described the iTroll as far as I've used it. When we've used it all summer, don't get me wrong, this thing is worth every dollar I spent on it, for the fact that I can be back here helping bring in a fish. I can be helping grabbing another rod, moving a rod, and I can control the speed, and on the Garmin I can control turning. So this is very, very useful. I'm I couldn't do this last year with or the previous 4 or 5 years with the side mount. It's just, the side mount's very hard to get precise speed. So I can go up in 1% increments and find, well, see right now I'm doing 2.2, so I got to bring that up. Even though I'm in drag mode, or not, I'm in hunt mode. I brought my top speed up to 40%. I wouldn't be able to get 1% increments on my side mount. Also, I can hit the resolution here and dial it up 0.1% increments, which well, that'd be too minute for me, but it's available if you have the iTroll G3. 1% and 0.1% increments on speed up, speed down. Or if I wanted to set it at 39.4, I can do that. So remember, there's the gain. So I'm at we're at 40 and 33. That's our 40 is our high speed, 33 is our cutback speed. But we come into a headwind, and I need my 40 to be higher. I can adjust the gain, say 5%, bring it up to 45, and the whole window moves. So now my low speed moves up 5% too. So I'm just going to read this here, what the programs are, which, so searching programs. I guess that's what I'm doing, I'm searching. We had the cut program, cut throttle, that's what we're doing right now. It simulates wounded bait. We have the bump throttle program, which simulates fleeing bait. We have a 6-shooter throttle program, so that lets you set between 2 and 6 steps with independent time settings. It allows you to unprecedented freedom to make double cut or bump programs with a cut with a twitch, or anything that you can imagine, you can think of. So you got 6 different options here. So I could go fast, cut, bump. So you could program it however you want, the duration and the speed. 6 different. So it's called a 6-shooter. So that sounds interesting. I guess one knock, if I had one, is this screen with the LCD black on green. And I find if I had my polarized sunglasses on, I'd have a hard time to see that. And I'm not sure what you can see in the camera, but it's pretty faint. I wish there was a way to bump that up a bit, but like I can get in there and see it with my regular glasses on, but I know if I had my polarized sunglasses on, I'd have a hard time seeing that. So I just wish there was, again, if it was complete blackout, then there's no problem to see it. This lights up nice, but in the sunlight, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. I should talk about the iTroll G3 doing the installation on our E-Tech 15-horse kicker. It was real simple. It came with an E-Tech bracket, so when I ordered it, I specified I had a Evinrude E-Tech, so they provided a bracket that would fit the E-Tech. The bracket fastens to the block. The bracket holds the servo motor. The servo motor has a cable, just a nice little, almost like a little cable on your 20-speed bike that runs the brakes or the gears. It's just a very fine cable. So it goes from the servo motor and hooks up to my throttle linkage. And the servo motor turns and it pulls, and when I decrease, it unwinds and lets the throttle back. And basically that's all there was. There was a cable I had to run from the servo motor through the transit, up the back, to the receiver. So I had to mount a receiver. Oh, there we go. Oh. Here he comes, probably a little rainbow. Yep. Easy, easy, easy. Easy. Dreamweaver, super slim. Bloody nose. Unfortunately, that was a small fish, and it didn't require any iTroll slowing down. So we're doing 2.9, 50 feet, or 50 degrees at 48 feet. And we're out in 285. And there's a fish hanging around. He's right on the, right in there in the rigger. So again, I like to give it a little bump. See if anything happens. There he is. Oh, look at the weed that we just hit. "65 feet. I guess that's an Atlantic. Whoop. There he goes. Yeah, I think that was an Atlantic. Atlantic salmon, and there's a slot size. We wouldn't have been able to keep them anyways. Not that I would, but they're kind of called the unicorn of Lake Ontario. You like that orange. 35 feet. See if I can bring this weeds in. Oh, there. Oh, fish on. Oh. That's a good one. Oh, he's jumping back there. Got his nose up, he's skipping across. Oh. Oh, he got off. Hold her out. Damn it. I think he was on the cheater too. That bloody nose. Son of a gun. See some bait, got fish below it, and that's like 20 to 30. Another ball of bait coming. See if we can tell you there's a fish. Somebody's looking. Somebody's looking. Look at that guy following the bait. Come on, boys. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Little bow, I think. Yep. I don't know, a little king. Let me see his mouth. Bow. On the slider. See that little bloody nose super slims. Golden. Hellfire, super slim, gold back. That's our next one going down. Also something floating in the water there. Probably a balloon, so I should go get it. Since I only got 2 riggers out, I could maneuver over there easily. But I hate to see those Mylar balloons out here. Like, I don't know where people think they're gonna go when they let them loose. Okay, I got the Mylar balloon in sight. Straight ahead. It's going to come on the starboard side. I'm going to net it. And then get back on my course heading south. Alright, here's my rant. So you just see me pick this up out of the lake. When they let these up in the air to celebrate, where do they think they're going to go? To space? No, they deflate and they end up in the lake, polluting our great lake. Do not, if you are one of those people that go to a celebration or a memorial or a graduation and people are letting Mylar balloons up in the air, just ask them, where is it going to land? Terrible. Nice bait ball there. 20 to 40 feet. Fish, a couple fish right in behind. One stop and having a look. He's like, what's going on? I see something. Hit it. Hit it. There he is. Oh, he's jumping. On the cheater. Slider. That bloody nose. Ha ha ha. Thank you. Ooh, where are you? Come here. A little feisty guy. Easy. Easy. The rainbow. That was pretty special. That's what I love about the Pen Optics. It's not guaranteed you're going to get a bite, but at least you know you should stand by and get ready. Here I sit. I got my iTroll in my hand. Look over at the fish hook. I can see speed at the bottom, speed on the ball. Oh, there we go. "56 feet again. like he's on the main lure, main spoon. I think I just changed that to super slim. Little feisty rainbow. Oh, he looks like a coho, maybe, I don't know. He's a salmon. Okay, here I'm going to put it in drag. See if I can do this. Oh yeah, Hellfire. Nice little king. She's a Chinook. Hellfire. Get back out of this. Thank you, fish gods. I got this little salmon. This here is the servo cable going to my throttle right here. I'm going to put it in neutral. So that's drag mode. And then neutral. You can see how that slid back. Slowly coming back up here. Drag mode. Just went back a little bit. Idle. And coming back up. That's all there is to it. Little bracket. Little servo motor. Here's the cable. Right here. Here and goes up into the transit. Just very simple, a bracket, servo motor, cable, fastener, communication cable, back up into here. I'll show you when I get back to shore where the little communication module is that sends a wire up to the front. Oh, rigger. Oh, there he is. He's on the slider. See how long that took to catch up to that? 65 feet on the slider. This should be another super slim. Oh, the Magic Man. He's getting a little bigger. The Magic Man with some hypervis. Okay, so here's the iTroll module. So the wire comes in here from the kicker. This is the module, and the wires head up to the control. So it's pretty simple. So I just unplug here, pull this off.
Well, the key, if you go downstairs, but both of you and that the key.
And that's it. Simple. Well, there you have it. That's my iTroll G3 review. So today we went out, had a fun fishing trip, showed you how the iTroll G3 works on our boat, how I utilize it, showed you how I installed it on the kicker, showed you how I installed communication port, how I installed the head unit of the iTroll G3, and then, showed you how I utilize it while I fish. The video is a little technical and a little fun fishing. I wanted to let you know that this video is not sponsored by iTroll, and I'm not affiliated in any way with iTroll. I just felt it's a good product, deserves a fair review of pros and cons, which I think I gave more pros than, and one con was the screen illumination in the daylight. And I showed you how I just think it's a worthwhile tool when you fish by yourself, or even if you're fishing with others. But I'm not looking at the front screen very often. As you'll see in the video, I look at the back of the boat with the PS30 and the rods. So the screen wasn't a big deal, but having that remote in my hand is pretty damn handy to control speed at the ball and to help bring relief when we're bringing in a fish. We went out over 50 trips this season, and that iTroll was used from day one till the day we took it out of the water, and I wouldn't want to be without it. It's a very important piece of equipment on our boat, and it worked every time, every trip. There was no flaws with it. It's just a great piece of equipment that I wanted to share with my viewers. Yeah, I showed a few tricks how I use it when I fish, as far as hitting the max button. I think I presented a fair review and how I use it, and by no means am I an expert. I'm just the middle of the road. I've learned enough to find what I like and how I can control the speed of the boat, and I do occasionally opt into the hunt program, whether it's the cut program or the bump program. But a lot of times I'm just utilizing throttle up, throttle down. Depends on what kind of day it is and what kind of bite we're having. If you're ever in the market for a kicker throttle control, I would recommend it. That's basically why I put the video together. It really helped us through this season, helped me as a captain, and I wouldn't want to be without it. So I'm sharing it with you. Thanks for hanging in there. It was kind of a long video, but I did want to sprinkle in some. Well, I was glad we'd caught some fish, and probably the biggest fish of the day got off, and that's just fishing, and I'm okay with that. Probably saved that guy from the barbecue, because by the size of him, he looked like he was going to be dinner for the night, but he got away, and that's okay. Again, thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments below. I'll respond. I have more footage from the summer on hard drives, and now that the boat's out of the water and season's over, I have time to put these together. So thanks again. Stay safe, and we'll see you around. Thank you.